Good morning. Today we are going to start new chapter corrosion and its control. The main points of this corrosion chapter: types of corrosion, mechanism of dry and wet corrosion, types of electrochemical corrosion, differential aeration corrosion, galvanic corrosion, pitting corrosion, waterline corrosion, factors influencing corrosion, protection against corrosion. There are so many methods are available to protect metal against corrosion. Some of these are sacrificial anodic protection method, cathodic protection method, organic coating method. Then definition of corrosion. Corrosion is a slow but spontaneous process of decay or destruction of metal by chemical or electrochemical reactions with its environment. Gases which may be present in environment: oxygen, moisture content, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, etc. Then corrosion reduces the thickness of metal, loss of useful properties such as malleability, ductility, electrical conductivity, and optical refractivity. Then importance of corrosion chemistry. Why as an engineer we should know about the detail of corrosion. First, to minimize waste of metal, to minimize fabrication cost of machine or tool, to minimize maintenance cost, then to save money of country. Such metals like gold, platinum show resistivity against corrosion. Most of the metal don't show resistivity against corrosion. Then typical example of corrosion. First is the rusting of iron due to formation of hydrated ferric oxide, tarnishing of silverwares in H2S laden air due to formation of silver sulfide. In general, most of the metal found in nature as compounds such as oxides, chlorides, sulfides, silicates, carbonates. These combined forms of metals are called as ores and minerals. These are reduced to their metallic state from their ore during their extraction process. Ore have a low energy state. It means these are more stable. Metals have high energy state. It means these are the less stable. So these metals have natural tendency to revert back to the combined or lower energy state. Then types of corrosion: dry or chemical corrosion, wet or electrochemical corrosion. Chemical dry corrosion. In this type of corrosion, there is a direct chemical action of gases like oxygen, H2S, sulfur dioxide, halogen, moisture, and inorganic acid vapors on the metal. Example, tarnishing of silverwares in H2S laden air. The speed of corrosion mainly depends on some factors which are chemical affinity between metals and environment. If chemical affinity is more, corrosion will be more. Second is temperature. At high temperature, rate of corrosion is high. Then third is physical nature of corroded product. Electrochemical or wet corrosion. It occurs due to setup of galvanic corrosion. Important features of wet corrosion: it always occur in presence of conducting medium. There is a formation of anodic and cathodic areas, oxidation on anodic area and reduction at cathodic area. Then flow of electron from anode to cathode through the conducting medium. Then last is the formation of product. Cathodic reactions don't affect the cathode. The typical example of this wet corrosion is rusting of iron in moist atmosphere. Dry or chemical corrosion. There is a direct chemical reactions of atmospheric gases due to molten metal in contact with metal surface. On the basis of corroding environment, dry chemical corrosion further classified into three main types: corrosion by oxygen or oxidation corrosion, corrosion by gases other than oxygen, corrosion by liquid. First is oxidation corrosion or corrosion by oxygen. It's occurred due to direct chemical action of atmosphere. Atmospheric oxygen react with metal surface and form metal oxide. It always occur in absence of moisture content. It increases with increase in direct action of oxygen at low or high temperature on metals, generally in the absence of moisture content. Alkali and alkaline earth metals are corroded due to very great extent at low temperature because these metals show high affinity with oxygen. At high temperature, almost all metals are oxidized. Mechanism: on exposure of atmosphere, metal gets oxidized to form metal ion. Electron lost by metal are taken up by the oxygen to form oxide ion. Lost electrons gained by the atmospheric oxygen, and there is a formation of oxide. This oxide reacts with the metal ion and form metal oxide. Oxidation occurs at the surface of metal and the resulting metal oxide scale form a barrier between fresh metal surface and atmosphere. This barrier restricts the further corrosion. Then nature of metal oxide layer, which is formed at the metal surface. These are the types of metal oxide layer. If this metal oxide layer is stable, if the metal oxide is stable in nature, it is fine grained in nature and it is tightly attached to the parent metal surface, it means this type of layer acts as a protective coating, or it prevents direct contact of metal surface to the atmospheric oxygen. It means if the metal oxide layer is stable, further corrosion will not be occurred. Second, if this metal oxide layer is unstable, this metal oxide layer formed decomposes back into the metal and atmosphere. They are unstable in nature, so oxidation corrosion is not possible. Volatile. Third, if the metal oxide layer formed which is volatile in nature, as soon as it is formed, it volatilizes. It means metal surface is exposed to air and ready for further corrosion. This causes rapid and continuous corrosion till the metal is completely finished or vanished. Example is molybdenum oxide. Next is, if this metal oxide layer is porous in nature, metal oxide contains pores or cracks. Atmospheric oxygen further attacks through unprotected parts. So these are the pores or cracks. It causes continuous corrosion till the metal completely vanished. Example, lithium, potassium, sodium. Then Pilling-Bedworth rule. This rule explains the porous or non-porous nature of metal oxide layer. If the oxide is non-porous or protective in nature, it means if the volume of metal oxide is greater or equal to the parent metal, in this condition it will protect the base metal. If the volume of metal oxide is less than the volume of the metal surface, it means metal oxide layer is porous or non-protective in nature. Then the corrosion by other gases other than oxygen like sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, chlorine, H2S. The extent of attack depends on the chemical affinity between the metal and the gas involved. The degree of attack depends on the formation of protective or non-protective film on the metal. If the film formed which is protective or non-porous, the intensity of attack decreases because film protect the metal surface from the further attack. Example of chlorine attack on the silver, and there is a formation of silver chloride. This silver chloride is non-porous in nature. If the film is non-protective or porous, it means the intensity of attack increases because pores are there. Attack of gases through the pores. Example, attack of chlorine on tin, and there is a formation of tin chloride which is volatile in nature. Then one more example, attack of H2S at high temperature on steel, and there is a formation of sulfide which is porous in